Yo guys, how are you all doing? Welcome to this new series on my channel. This is gonna be called the FUT Experience. And you might be asking, what is the FUT Experience? This is basically a series where I'm gonna be playing some Ultimate Team. And I've called it the FUT Experience because this is basically a road to glory, but I don't want to have to be recording everything I do. Rather than I just play a few games and I tell you how everything is going on my Ultimate Team. Rather than showing everything, because that takes a lot of time. I don't have all the time to record everything I do on UT. So that's why I've decided to call it the FUT Experience. I'm going to be showing you every now and then my club and some gameplay and talking about what I think of the game at the moment and some questions about UT in general. So in this first episode I will be showing you my team, my club and some gameplay, maybe one game just in divisions. I'm in Division 2. I relegated from Division 1 and I haven't started off Division 2 too great. I've lost 2 of my games and won 1 out of 3, so that's not too great. Let's see if in this episode we can maybe grab a win in our game. Using a Premier League team, just sold my other team, which was a La Liga team that I used in the weekend league. I've only finished in gold 3, which was a really bad finish, but we'll talk about that during the game. And the first section of this video will be live, so that's this part of the video where I'll be talking about my club, about the series a little bit more. And whilst we get into the game, I will do everything post-commentary. And we're going to be talking about my FUT Champions run and then maybe a little bit more about the series as well. But this is my team. I've got Lukaku up front. He's an untradeable first owner. He's played 584 games for me and scored 352 goals while getting 186 assists. So he's almost at a goal contribution per game. I've got the man of the match Son, which has recently been upgraded to an 84. He's got good card stats, but he's played 561 games and scored only 205 goals and getting me 121 assists. That's not too great, to be honest. But a lot of times I've also used him as a super sub and just used him for the last 20 or 10 minutes, so that does not really help out his stats. But I've also got a Martial on the right hand side. I wanted to use both Martial and Son in my team, so that's why I've put Martial on the right hand side. Also because I want to use his right foot for across the goal shots, because those are super overpowered in this FIFA. But he's only played 11 games for me, he scored 4 goals and got 3 assists. Not too amazing, but pretty decent. Sometimes I like to swap to 4-1-2-1-2 narrow, put Lukaku and Martial up front and put Son in behind them. Then for the midfield, we've got Yaya Toure, Dele Alli Player of the Month, who I've played 51 games with, and also Matic. They are pretty decent. I like the fact that they're all tall and strong, because I used Kante before, and probably people are going to be saying Kante is the best CDM in this game, but for me it's just way too weak to be a CDM, and Matic is just, how tall is he? He's 6'4" with 88 physical, which is just miles better than Kante. I do think that Kante is very overpowered, but just not as a CDM. He will be decent as CM, but in this formation I like all of my central midfielders to be very strong, very well rounded, and also very tall. Then in defense I've got Danny Rose and Walker as my fullbacks. The Spurs duo, who are very overpowered. This is not the upgraded Kyle Walker, but the normal 81 does still do a very good job, and I don't want to waste my coins for now on the 82 rated version. Then I have the most OP centre back in the entire game, which is Chris Smalling. He's played 50 games for me, but I had him before. I've had 5 Smallings, I think, and I think in total I've played like 400 games of Smalling. I've also got an untradeable Bailey. He's played only 17 games for me. I have him for quite a while now, I think. Like, you can't see when you pack them, can you? I thought that used to be a thing. Maybe it's over here. No, it's not a thing, okay. And in goal, one of the most OP goalkeepers in the entire game, which is Jack Butland. On the bench, I have some SBC cards and some cards that I just think are very overpowered. Miranda is a first owner. He's untradeable, but he's a very good backup centre back. I've got SBC Kurzawa, SBC Jonas from the league and NOS SBC. Mario Gasper from the... Which SBC was it? I think it was a Scream SBC. And then Chadley and Kurzawa are from the Christmas SBCs. And I got Insignia in one of my monthly rewards when I got gold for the month. I don't think I've ever had a month where I played all 4 weekends. But as you can see in the monthly, we've only gotten bronze once. So we're going to be getting a bronze player for a monthly reward. That's because I only played 36 games and I only got 50% of those games I won, which is really bad. I had 4 games left, but I was just fed up with the weekend league, so stopped after getting into gold, because that just means that I requalify for the next weekend, which is all I wanted for now. Hoping that I can do better in the next weekend, because gold 3, for my standard, it's a bit low. Like, the main problem is I can't focus the full 40 games, otherwise I think I could get at least close to elite. So I think I am decent at this game, but just not the greatest. Now let's take a look at my club. We're gonna see which players I already own. I've gotten this man of the match before. I bought him because I think Lukaku has a great shout to be the player of the month in February. So he's a bit of an investment for 18,000 coins. Cummings is a player who I packed in a silver pack, which I got from an SPC. Mullen I packed due to the bronze pack method. I'm waiting for him to go out of packs and hopefully rise a little bit in price. And then we have a few more players. I've got this 84 Jonas, which might be going up in value because he's been downgraded. When you need him in an SBC, when you need a high rated squad, he will be very expensive. I also got Fonte, who can be expensive for a Premier League SBC. Julius Cesar, who's also been downgraded, so he might become expensive at some point. And then a few more players, like maybe if there becomes a high rated league and NOS SBC, I might have some good players in my club. But just a few more players that I've packed at some point and which have no point of selling at the moment. I'm just waiting for these players to get a bit more value, and then I will sell them on. I will also go to the untradables. Now you will see some silver players that I got from the monthly watch from FUT Champions. That's just because I didn't finish all the games in a month, and then it's very hard to get into gold if you only play half of your available games. I've also got a lot of untradeable silvers because I've been doing the bronze upgrades SBC, which gives you the 2 silver packs, and I just use bronzes that I got from bronze pack method, which I don't think will ever get value. But I've got 2 silver players right here, 2 red cards. Rasmussen is never gonna get used. And Marcelo is actually got a decent card, I think. So if there is ever need to build a silver team, I might actually use him. Because he's got decent pace and very good defending and physical, and also not too bad stats when it comes to dribbling and passing. If we then look at our untradeable goal cards, I've got a 1-to-watch Sané, so I'm hoping he will at some point gets an inform or just a card that will upgrade his 1-to-watch. I also got this red Bicevatch. It's from the only time I actually got into gold for the monthlies. I've gotten the SBC Cahill, which was completely useless to get because I'm never going to use him, but he was almost for free. I maybe bought 1 player for that SBC. El Mohammedi is a team of the tournament from the African Cup. I believe I got him from that SBC. He's pretty decent, but Walker's just miles better. Here we have Maria Gaspar, Chadley, have shown them already. Miraya have untradeable Bojan. Untradeable man of the match Escudero. He is pretty decent, but once again there are better options in La Liga than his man of the match card. That untradeable Lukaku, Son, Kuzawa, untradeable Perrin, also from the Christmas SBC. An untradeable Benega, Gutsep. And a red card from Piazza from Shakhtar Donetsk. That I believe is his second inform. He's got good stats, but he just doesn't link with anyone that's really good in this game. Insigne, he's an 86 rated card. He's also just been upgraded as well, but he's now got an 87 inform, which is a bit of a shame. Miranda, shown him already, but I'm never going to use him. And there's a Jonas card, and then a lot of bronze players as well that I got from the bronze pack method. But that's my club. Let's just get into a game in Division 2. Let's see if I can win. Hopefully I can. And then we'll go into the post-commentary section of this video. So as we go into the game, we come up against a pretty decent side, which is a 5 at the back team. A very sweaty Premier League team. But we're not going to be talking about the gameplay. You can watch the gameplay for yourself. It's a Division 2 gameplay. But as you are watching this, I'm already promoted into Division 1, so in the next game, or in the next episode, I mean, you will probably seeing the Division 1 gameplay. But we're going to be talking, first of all, about the series and also about the series, what this exactly is, because I realized in the live section, I didn't really explain it very well. Like, I sort of said it, but it wasn't a very clear explanation of what the series is going to be. So we're going to start off with what is this series. So this is called the FUT Experience. And what is this going to be? We're going to be playing UT, of course, Ultimate Team. But we're not going to be recording everything I do. It's basically a road to glory, but rather than I show you everything, I will just tell you what is happening. And also, I'm not starting with a brand new account. This is basically my main account, but it's sort of a road to glory because I don't invest any money into FIFA points or coins. I just bought the game and start playing like this, and this is what the team I have right now, the players that I have in my club. That's all I have. And to be honest, I haven't been doing too well with my coins. I could have had a lot more coins on this account. Like, I could have probably had near to 1 million coins. If you look at my transfer budget or my transfer profit and stuff like that, it says I have over 1 million coins, and my gameplay coins are like 400 to 500k. So we should have way more coins, but we only have like 200k, which in my opinion is really bad. But with the FUT Champions rewards, and if I start taking it more seriously, we should be able to gain a lot of coins. But we're going to be recording this series. Every now and then I will be talking about how I feel the gameplay is right now, how I think EA is doing with SBCs, with fixes, with patches, or with glitches. We're just going to be talking about the game mainly, but also about how I've been playing, how I think the game is going for me personally, but also the game in general. So you might, if you want to, you can ask some questions about the game, what you want to hear from me. So if you want to hear my opinion, you can ask that, and I will talk about that in the video if I think it's a valuable question. But we're going to be starting today about my FUT Champions run. This gameplay is recorded on a Tuesday, so FUT Champions had only just been finished a few days ago. And I started off pretty well, I thought. In the first game I went 3-0 up. But this might sound like an excuse, but I found out that something went wrong in my router, my internet. I had 500 kilobytes per second download speed, so I got massive speed up. How do you call it? The massive speed up glitch, or speed up lag, however it's called. Normally I don't have that, but something went wrong with the internet, so I lost that game in the end 3-4, just because it was unplayable in the second half. Then I reset my internet, so everything was fine to go. Should have checked the internet before I went to that game, because that was a game that I could easily have won. I went 3-0 up, so I should definitely have won that game. But then we go on to a pretty good win streak. We win like 5 games or something like that. And then we go into the game, and just as you get past the screen where you can see your opponent's team, it just disconnects. Instantly disconnects. Like, you don't even see the stadium. The game has not started, it just instantly disconnects and gives you a loss. And that's just a fault on EA's part, because I've seen that multiple people have been having this issue this weekend. And it's pretty disgraceful, because that's just another loss on my record. And in the end, out of my first 10 games, I won, I believe, 8, maybe 7. I think I won 8. So 2 games in there which I should have won. But the internet and EA wasn't really cooperating. So we went 8 in 10 rather than 10 out of 10. Now that would have been my best start ever. I think 8 out of 10 was my best start ever anyways. And the last time I got 8 out of 10, I only finished gold 1, where I was aiming for elite. So this time I was like, okay, 8 out of 10, let's aim for at least elite. Let's just try that, because I've never gotten into elite before. I've gotten gold 1, gold 2. Most of the time I get into gold 2, and then every now and then gold 1, but I feel like I can improve massively. So gold 1 was the aim for this weekend, but then in the next 10 games, which I played on the Saturday as well, those first 10 games are on the Saturday too, and a lot of people have been saying, oh, games on Saturday are the hardest ones, I always lose in them. I just believe that the number, or games 10 to 20 are the hardest one for some reason, because I always seem to screw up over that period of games. But I went from 8 in 10 to 11 in 20. That was just horrible. Like, that was not just fluffing it up. That was just that was just as bad as it gets. Like, what did I do? I went 3 out of 10 then. That is just a disgrace on my part. So at that point I was, let's just get into gold and I'm done with this weekend because now I don't want to play. Games 20 to 30 didn't go much better. I think I also went 3 out of 10 or something like that. So I was now on 14 out of 30 or something. And after that great start, that was just such a disappointment for myself. Like, I blame myself on it because I played bad. But in some games I felt like I should have won. And I lost in the 90th minute, or I lost on... No, I didn't lose on penalties. I didn't lose a single match on penalties. I always win my penalties. I don't know why, but I'm pretty decent at penalties. But I also lost... I think I got another disconnect game, like, where it just instantly disconnects you. But to be fair, in the end, I only played until game 36, and we finished gold 3, as you might have known from or as I might have told from the last episode. And going into gold 3, I'm like, okay, let's just stop here. I'm done. I've raged enough because I've raged so badly at this game, and that's something I need to get out of me. Like, I shouldn't be raging at this game. I should just be accepting it, because as soon as you start raging, it just becomes harder and harder to come back into the game. And yeah, that's just really disappointing for me that I lose lose so many games after having such a great start. Like, I was looking to get into Elite as we go back 1-1. We equalize it in the 43rd minute to make sure that we go in with a draw into half time. But like, it was just when you see that you are, or when you have the feeling you can get into Elite and you finish into gold 3 and you stop early because you're getting mad at the game, then you know you've massively fucked up your weekend. Like, there's no other way of saying it, you've just screwed up. For the monthlies, this was the only weekend I played this month. My PlayStation broke down about 2 months ago, and I just got it back from refurbishment or repairs, however you want to call it. Like, it's not a refurbishment, is it? Refurbishment is something different, I don't know. Pretty sure that's something different. But it has been repaired, and this was the first weekend I played this month, so I only finished in gold 1 or bronze 1. So we're gonna get a bronze reward for monthly games. Bronze reward, the monthly reward is gonna be bronze, I mean. As we go into halftime against Team Bressers, by the way, as the club is called. Some of you will know what that means, but I'm not gonna explain it. That's maybe not... Maybe I shouldn't do that because FIFA is for all ages, and I don't know what kind of age category will be watching this video. But he is bringing on a sub, he's bringing on Matic too. I have Matic in my team. Incredible player. If you haven't used him, do try him out. But for our rewards, we're just gonna get... what do we actually get? We get a rare players pack and 2 mega packs, I believe. Which is alright, plus the 30k coins. Like, that's just some extra money, which is good. I've in the meantime also bought a man of the match Defour, so that's some coins we've lost right there, you could say, but that's just temporarily. Yeah, we should be getting that money back because I think Lukaku is gonna get the player of the month, and I think Defour might be very helpful for that challenge, being 83 Belgium man of the match. He only cost me 18k, like all Belgium informers have already gone up. He is the cheapest Belgium special card, so I would recommend maybe buying 1 or 2 Belgium special cards if you have the coins and you're not afraid to maybe lose some coins. But for rewards, let me check what we're actually gonna get. I believe what I just said was right, the rare players pack and also the 2 mega packs. Yeah, we get 2 mega packs, a rare players pack, and 30k coins. Like, that's alright, I guess, but not the greatest. Like, I would have preferred gold 2 or gold 1, just because you get 15k coins more, and gold 2 you get 45k coins, 1 rare gold pack, and 2 rare mega packs, which I guess is slightly better than the gold 3 rewards, but the packs, I think, in gold 3 are actually better than gold 2. Because you get more rare players, I'm pretty sure, because of the rare players pack. Because you don't get a rare players pack in the Gold 2 reward, which is pretty weird in my opinion. As in Gold 1 you get 2 100k packs and 50k coins. At the start, Elite would have, of course, been the dream, and a Premium Team of the Week pack would have really helped out. Plus the 70k coins, that would have been legit, but that was not to be. And from the bronze rewards, we're probably gonna got someone like the guy who I have a bronze in for my club. I packed him the other day from bronze pack method. We're probably gonna get him or something like that. Someone from the English 4th league. Yeah, his name is Mullen. So, don't know. Think we're gonna get him. Can look him up on FUT. He's got 64 pace, 60 dribbling, 70 shooting, and 60 physical for a striker. That's probably the kind of bronze card we're expecting to get. And even if I get a bronze card that looks pretty OP, I'm still not going to use it because he's either going to be in a bad league or he's just going to have lacking stats in other departments. And to be fair, whoever I've got Romelu Lukaku up top, you don't really beat Lukaku that easily. Like, he is just a very complete striker. So for a monthly rewards, we're not expecting a lot. And right now you can see that I'm turning into the box Martial. We're getting a penalty, which is going to put us 2-1 up. Did I put us 2-1 up? Or did I miss this one? I felt like I missed this penalty actually. But we're pretty solid. We have a solid team, so I'm hoping in the next weekend league we can do much better because now we don't have any restrictions. Look at that penalty. That was pretty lucky. That's all it was. But we should be doing decent. If I don't get better than gold 3 again, I will be pretty mad at myself because I should just be getting way better than gold 3. Gold 3 is not really that great. That's less than half of your games that you've won then. Like, I didn't play all my games. I played 36, so I won exactly 50% of my games, but it's just a disgrace either way. What I'm going to be doing now, which I should probably be putting into a video, is selling all the MLS players. There's an MLS tournament live right now, so we're going to get some more coins, which is great because we need some coins to maybe improve our Premier League team. They don't sell for crazy amounts, they sell for like 1500 coins each, but to be fair, that's better than what they normally go for. Normally they just go for discard. And now I can list them for about 2k and probably get about 1800 coins. Some of them don't sell as well because their stats are just not that great, even though they're gold cards. The centre backs apparently sell, but if you have MLS players in your club, I would recommend checking them out and trying to go and sell them because there is an MLS tournament live right now. They will also be there tomorrow. You're watching this on the Wednesday, if I'm correct. This is recorded on the Tuesday once again. So, yeah, people are already preparing their teams. And it's almost Wednesday when I'm recording this. So, they should be selling right now. Like, if they sell on a Tuesday evening, or almost night, I should say, they should be selling on the Wednesday. And look at that chance for Lukaku. How did he not finish that? He just puts it straight into the path of the goalway. And if you just put it slightly into the corner, we go 3-1 up and we've probably won the game. But still, we're looking pretty decent or pretty solid that game. And I think I won this game. Not too sure. Yeah, like you will see in a few moments anyway. But yeah, we're making some coins from bronze pack method as well. The other day I actually packed the Appia guy who plays for Montreal Impact from bronze pack method, and he sells for 25k, which is absolutely insane. And I'm hoping that there are going to be good marquee matchups tomorrow. Maybe there will be a game where we have to use like a lot of bronze players from the, what's that country, Swiss league, so the RSL league I believe it's called, because there's apparently a pretty big match in the Swiss league which could be getting a marquee matchup. There are no weekly marquee matchups this week, and there is also an SBC for, how's the guy called, Edison Cavani, the 300 career goal milestone for Edison Cavani. I've completed Cavani's present. That one is just almost for free. I haven't completed the Cavani's past one. I have 2 Palermo players, and I realize, and they sell for decent amounts. I get 3k for a 72 rated centre back, like they're both silver. So, and I bought this guy for 1.6k, and he's now selling for about 3.5k as well. I'm not too sure if I should sell this or should wait until the last day to complete the challenge myself.